Hello, Kieran. How are you?
How are you?
Thanks so much for being with us today.
Yeah.
Um, my first question is about the huge success of this TV series all around the world. Did you expect that?
Uh, no, no, I would say I didn't, but yeah, I also don't really have a proper sense of it either. At least from what I understand, I haven't really been paying attention to that. I just want to show up and do the work and keep showing up. So the fact that people are liking it is great because then hopefully I get to keep doing it. But I actually honestly sort of thought like at the beginning I wasn't sure who would want to watch the show. Um, I was like, I really like the writing. I love playing this character. This is a dream job for me. I don't know who wants to watch this though. Like maybe a small handful of people might see it, might appreciate it. I wasn't even sure if we were onto anything that was particularly good until about halfway through shooting the first season. Like I remember seeing the pilot and thinking this is very well shot. The writing is wonderful. All these other actors are terrific. I still don't see who wants to watch it. But while we were shooting the first season, it was like that was sort of my sense of it. And about halfway through, I came home from work one day, and my wife said, "How was work?" And I said, "It was great." She went, "Really? Huh? Yeah. Like I don't know what it is, but I think we're kind of onto something here." And she said, "That's good to hear." And when I watch the show back, I still sort of have that feeling like there's quality there in those first few episodes, but I don't really care to see where it's going. And then something clicks around that fifth or sixth episode where, and I don't know, I haven't identified what that thing is yet. 3 seasons in, I still don't know what it is that makes me want to continue watching the show. Why I want to see these characters.
So you don't follow social reactions or reviews? Maybe you don't read
I'm not on
reviews?
social media, and I'm not really on the internet very much. I like, if I specifically need to like Google something, that's what it's for, a little search engine thing, and I check my emails on it. Like, I'm not really, yeah, tuned in to what's happening in the world.
Okay. Um, why do you think, I mean, we were talking about this, why do you think so many people connect to Succession all over the world? I mean, is it the Shakespearean side to it, or is it the writing? What do you say?
Yeah, I really don't know. I have not been able to identify that. I know. I mean, yeah, you said the writing. Like, I do think it's fantastic writing, but what is the thing? Yeah, I don't know. Like, to me, it's like people have asked if it's something to do with like the wealth or the sort of like power and influence these people have, and to me, that never really registers. I never really pay attention to that when I watch the show and when I'm in it because that's not really what it's about. I've always just been a little more fascinated with the family dynamic, what's happening. And yeah, there's the company, and that's a huge part of it, but it's more about their relationships and their history that you sort of have to, fill in the blanks yourself with. That I find very interesting. But I don't know if that's what everybody's like thing is. I don't know.
What about the process, the work on the set? Because there are some long dialogue scenes in the series. I presume they are difficult to shoot memory wise, or maybe that the camera work. How does it work? I mean, is there any kind of improvisation in this process, or you basically follow a tight script?
Like, I think we're occasionally encouraged to feel loose and free. Like, Mark Mylod calls them the freebies. Like after we've shot a tightly scripted scene, we'll get a take where we get to play with it. And we're sort of encouraged to do so and play with it, but not necessarily to like try to get it in. Because to me, when I read the scene, there's not really like much room for improvement. That's not really necessary, but it's cool to see sort of alternate ways in which the scene could be done, or like it helps sort of fill in gaps for me for like what the characters are doing in between the scenes. So like that's sort of what that's for. But in terms of how it's shot, what's been really lovely, it's kind of a dream working on the show, is sometimes there's just like 3 cameras somewhere and you don't really know where they are, and you just always run the whole scene and it moves forward. And if you like flub or something, you just keep going. You're just doing the scene as if you would on stage. We don't really do. I remember in maybe it's the second season, somebody suggested like, well, okay, do you want to do like an over the shoulder? And I said, over the shoulder? What show is that? Like, there's no like setup shots. It's just put the cameras. The camera crew has a lot of freedom to sort of shoot as they see fit. So they have a lot of creativity and a lot of input as to how it works too, and that sort of thing makes it feel like really collaborative and really like a lot of fun. And yeah, it's like very rarely you'll see an actor go, "Sorry, can we take it back?" And that's always jarring to me. I'm like, no, that's not what this is. This is like we're in the room, like you're in the room and you're just doing the scene, and it's fun. Since I've gone back to like, let's pick up from this spot. I'm like, that's jarring to me. We don't really do that usually in Succession. It's like you just keep running the whole scene. Sometimes they'll put a mark down. I'll go, what's this? Like a mark. I'm like, it's a mark. We don't do marks on Succession. It's not like you like walk to a mark and hit your light. Like you just sort of inhabit the space, and camera crew feels free to like capture what they want. It's pretty great.
Okay, Kieran, I think our time is up. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.